All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're looking at a totally different way to think about relationships. We're going to take some really powerful ancient wisdom and see how it lines up with modern science and even modern law. This is all about shifting our view of partnership from just a romantic endgame to, well, a journey of incredible personal growth.
So let's kick things off with something you might not expect, a quote from India's Supreme Court. The court is basically saying, look, a partnership, a marriage, it's so much more than just the party. It's not just for song and dance. It's the living, breathing foundation of society. And honestly, this sets the stage perfectly for our big idea today, that our relationships have a purpose that goes way, way deeper than just romance.
Okay, so that leads us right into our first big idea. We've got to shift how we even define a partnership. Is it just a contract, a sort of deal, or is it something much bigger, a journey of shared consciousness?
And here's what that shift really looks like. On one hand, you've got the contract model. It's pretty transactional, right? It's based on expectations. You do your part, I'll do mine, and we'll solve problems when they pop up. But the consciousness model, that's completely transformational. The focus isn't on what you get from the other person, but on who you both become together. It's not about fixing things, it's about growing something, every single day. It turns a legal agreement into a sacred union.
This is where we get this beautiful, powerful image from ancient thought, Ardha Narishwar. This concept is the spiritual ideal of that union. Now, it's not about two broken halves trying to make a whole. No. This is about two complete souls uniting to create something that's even greater than the sum of its parts. It's this perfect blend of individuality and total unity. Now that is the ultimate vision of a conscious relationship.
So, if that's the destination, how in the world do we get there? Well, lucky for us, ancient wisdom didn't just give us the goal, it actually gave us a surprisingly practical map for the entire journey.
And this map is built on 4 pillars. Now, these aren't just philosophical ideas. Think of them as the 4 big life goals you chase together. Dharma is your shared why, your purpose. Artha is the solid ground beneath your feet, the security you build. Kama is the joy, the passion that fuels the journey. And moksha? That's the big one. That's the ultimate goal of growing spiritually, as a team. This framework gives a relationship a real direction. Okay, let's talk chakras. And forget all the complicated stuff you might have heard. For our purposes today, just think of this as a super simple diagnostic tool for your relationship. Are you feeling insecure, or is trust an issue? Boom, check your root chakra. Problems with communication? That's a sign to look at the throat chakra. It's like an energy map that tells you exactly which part of your relationship needs a little more love and attention.
And this is the part that might just blow your mind. This isn't just ancient philosophy we're talking about. It turns out that modern science, and yep, even family law, are starting to come to the exact same conclusions.
I mean, check this out. The parallels are just wild. Ancient yogis practiced something called pranayama, synchronized breathing, to feel connected. Today, scientists call that physiological synchrony, and they can literally measure how a couple's heart rates and nervous systems fall into sync. Joint meditation? Science now shows it spikes oxytocin, the love hormone that helps us bond. This stuff isn't just faith anymore, it's actual physiology.
But you know what's maybe the most shocking proof of all? It's coming from the legal system. In India, family law is evolving. It's starting to look past the paper contract and legally recognize things like emotional cruelty or the complete breakdown of a marriage's spirit. The health of the union, its very consciousness, is actually becoming a legal issue. How incredible is that?
Okay, so this is all fascinating theory, right? But what does it look like on a Tuesday morning when you're rushing to get to work? How do we take these huge ideas and actually use them in our busy, modern lives? Well, the secret is in small, daily rituals.
Here's a perfect example. This isn't some 2-hour commitment. It's 5 minutes. It costs nothing, but look at what it does. You're connecting at the heart chakra, you're practicing gratitude, and you're using that synchronized breath to create the exact physiological synchrony we just talked about. This is how you build a conscious connection, one small, intentional ritual at a time.
And simple tools can help ground these practices too. Take rose quartz, for example, which is often called the crystal of unconditional love. Now, this isn't about magic, it's all about intention. Holding a stone like this during a tough conversation can be a physical reminder to stay in your heart, to stay compassionate. It just makes that intention tangible.
And really, that's what this all boils down to. A truly thriving conscious partnership isn't something you just get lucky and find. It is something you build.
It's something you create intentionally, together, through small actions every single day.
So I want to leave you with this one big question to think about. What if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if finding the one isn't actually the end goal? What if the relationship itself, the journey you take together, is the real vehicle for your deepest, most profound spiritual growth? Thinking about it that way, well, it changes everything.